All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video. So like, yeah, this is going to be a video going into how a lot of people didn't have long-term thinking when it came to the scriptures, and that's the reason why a lot of them are going to get destroyed, man. Right? A lot of people are going to get destroyed and are going to be looking simple as hell because they didn't have long-term thinking when it came to the scriptures, right? They thought that the scriptures wasn't something that really is going to happen, and they thought, oh, everyone can just interpret the Bible however they want to. And they, even though they can see all the verses in the Bible that God clearly says he hates people, they want to try and make it be, oh, but we've now, you know what I mean? They're just stupid, man. That when you look at this recent YouTuber that he was talking about the Bible and all that, he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. And he had he invited some Edomite on there that he respects and was taking that guy's word for everything that he was saying when it came to explaining the scriptures, right? And then the other guy was a hypocrite himself, saying that, oh, you have to be a prophet to say this and to say that, but he wasn't a prophet himself. So why is he talking? And all these people, they don't have long-term thinking, man. They don't really believe that Negro, Latino, and Native American men that have the belief that they are Israelites are going to be the people that are going to be ruling the earth in the future. They don't believe that. They think, oh, nah, it's going to be ran by us Edomites using technological advancements. That's what they think. But they're wrong, right? They're wrong about that. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. When most of the people that believe in being a Hebrew Israelite right now believed, right? A lot of the things that are happening now wasn't happening. Now, for different people, learn about them being an Israelite at different times. But I'm on about for our main teachers, man. A lot of the things that are going on now wasn't even happening. They weren't happening. And people that came in after that, a lot of the things that were happening now ain't happening. And the people that came in after that, and the people that came in after that, and the people that came in after that. A lot of these things were happening then, so they would have been young at the time when they first heard about the Lord. They might have been teenager. They might have been in their 20s. Maybe some of them may be in their 30s. But for most people that still believe that the Israelites now, they would have been like a teenager or in their 20s and still believe now, man. And some people might have will have grown up believing that they're Israelite. And they still believe now. They remembered from the days of their youth. They had long-term thinking when it came to the scriptures, and they kept believing and still believe now. But a lot of people in this world, they don't have the proper necessary long-term thinking in general anyway. Like Esau, he has long-term thinking in terms of he just thinks that his kingdom is going to last forever. But he doesn't have long-term thinking in terms of, man, these people actually could end up taking me down. He just always blocks it with his pride and with his evil thoughts and thinks as long as I've got enough, excuse me, he thinks as long as I've got enough guns, as long as I've got enough military might, they ain't going to be able to do nothing to me. That's what he thinks. Like the arrogance in which these Edomites speak is sickening. They'll have not picked up a physical Bible and read all the verses that you're reading for years or ever in their life, right? And then they'll think that they can just come through, I'm a white man, I know what it is. And I'm gonna give my explanation. Like when I was watching that podcast, man, that video of Captain Desire, the head of Sakari, against that Andrew Wilson and that Cooler guy, like it sickened me when that Edomite actually had the nerve to say, what scripture was that? Okay, I'll open it up and we can go through it together. And I was thinking, go through it together. What the fuck do you know? What the fuck do you know about it, man? What do you know about that scripture, man? Stick to burning out holes and telling single moms that they don't deserve a high value man. When it comes to things like this, shut the fuck up, man. Because you people think that because us as so-called black men can go into these things, that means you can go into it. No, you fucking can't, man. Shut the fuck up, man. You people don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And the days are gonna be coming where all of y'all, you waste man's channels, are gonna be getting dragged down, man. Some of these people that have already talked and run up their mouth about the Hebrew Israelite thing subtly, like Fresh and Fit, right? That channel's not the same as it used to be no more. You know what I mean? They ain't getting it like they used to get no more, man. And this Cooley guy, he's already being exposed for some of the shit that he does. Right? He's talking and calling the head of Sakari a white boy, right? Which he's clearly not, but he's calling him one. And no matter how much people will say about that guy from Sakari, they ain't saying it that we ain't saying he's not an Israelite. He is. He's an Israelite, right? But this guy's talking all this saying that he's a white boy, right? But when you're going into the things where people are exposing him in that whole red pill stuff, people are saying, I don't know how true it is, but there's pictures though of him with the woman. People are saying that he's like helping some single white mother raise 2 Edomite children, but they ain't calling them children Edomite. So if he's got such a grievance with people being a white boy and all that, why is he helping a so-called white woman raise her 2 other children, and then he's got children with her as well? Like, why would he be doing that then? Whereas us as Hebrew Israelites, we ain't hypocrites. We'll say if a so-called white woman is fine, we'll deal with it straight up. What? You think we're gonna be ashamed for dealing with an attractive woman? No, we're not gonna be. And we ain't gonna let any of you people tell us where we can make our penis go neither. That's none of your business. But we ain't hypocrites like how some of these niggas in the world are, man. They're calling a Jake a white boy to try and win arguments and all of this, but then you're dating a so-called white woman that's got 2 Edomite children, 2 so-called white children, and then you've got children. Like, what are you talking about then? Why are you even talking all this white boy stuff? Why would you even come and start talking like that? But that's what I mean with these guys. All of you people, man, are some clowns, man. It's ridiculous. And I ain't even saying whether that's a good or a bad thing that he's doing that, but really, a man should raise his own children. Or it speaks in the scriptures about if a man's gonna be trying to raise up a widow's children, he should be doing it because of the children, not because he's trying to be with the mother. It says that in the scriptures. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, when there's no work, man. Like, all you people talking all this high value man and all of that, mate, you be a high value man in the world, yeah, but they ain't no Tesco worker, or they ain't no bin man, and see how nice it goes for you. Them lower level jobs allow you to be able to flow through the world what you're doing. Because some people don't even, as much as how pride they got, they don't even know how those lower level industries work, or what they deem as lower level industries that deal with the necessities of their day-to-day life, man, and keep them fed and all of that. They don't know nothing about that. And in this world, you've got people that they'll like mock a McDonald's worker, or you only work at McDonald's, and then you're thinking, how high level you think you are in the world? Then got time to even? Why are you even in the presence of a McDonald's worker? Why are you eating in McDonald's, for starters? Then, if you think you're so high class, why are you even eating this food that tastes the same no matter where you go in the world? It's kind of suspicious, you know what I mean? Like, why are you even eating this $5 hamburger, $5 beef burger? You know what I mean? If you're such a high class individual, then why are you even eating it? Shouldn't you be eating some like rump steak somewhere in some nice big time restaurant then, if you think you're so high level? Because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. There's gonna come a time where people are just gonna be, they ain't gonna have no hope. They ain't gonna be able to look out at the world and be like, the world's my oyster and all that. The world's just open to do this and do that. Then it's not gonna be that. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall raise up the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. There ain't gonna be no girl them singing on a weekend, walking on the streets singing, trying to be like, come on, girls, let's see how much men we can get lusting after us tonight, and and let's see how we can not, how we can all come out the house, yeah, without any money, and we never have to worry about paying for anything. That's not gonna be happening neither. But because a lot of people in this boy didn't have no long-term thinking, they thought it was always gonna be like that, man. And I remember there's one video, man, that stands out to me, man. That one brother from the London camp was saying, man, he was pointing out these people and that, and he's going about how these people always think that they're gonna be able to get a Tesco meal deal, right? They always think they're gonna be able to get a universal credits if things go bad. They always think that there's gonna be a way for them to have it, man, how they want to have it. He was going into that. And it's true. These people always think that there's going to be that. I'm always going to be able to go into Tesco's and they're always going to have my ham and cheese, or my cheese and pickle, or my Ploughman's, or my chicken and sweet corn, yeah, my chicken BLT sandwich in there, and they're always going to have a Snickers so that I can connect that with the meal deal, and then I'm trying to be healthier, so I'll have a bottle of water, you know what I mean, or a bag of crisps. They always think that they're going to be able to have that. And it's because for the time now, they've always been able to. And most of these people have forgot that when the lockdown came, they wasn't able to just freely do all of those things. Because they're dumb. And when you start mentioning that to people, you'll see them take a big sigh. Yeah, well. Because they know that there was a coward in that time, man. All these people that want to talk tough now. But when the lockdown came, you weren't tough, man. And most new people was tuning in to the Hebrew Israelites secretly, you little punks. So don't try and act like you're bad now. Most of you people was tuning into the Israelites. You logged off your scoffing channel, and you logged into your channel where you try to pretend like you're on an Israelite thing out here. Oh, shalom, brother, and that will be all you people that would have been. Wait, watch, man. When some stuff starts going down, you're gonna have loads of people that are gonna start coming on the comment boards spelling Israel wrong, Israel, and all that. Trying to come through. Oh, yeah, so what's the doctrine, brother? What's the word for today? The same word as it was for the last decades, man. Ain't nothing changed. It's the same word for the day as it was when you were scoffing under that secret alias, man, you demon. Most of you people ain't had no proper long-term thinking, man, but watch. Just wait till you people end up really seeing that the world's not going to go the way that you thought it was going to go. It's going the other way, right? And it's going to look like it's going to go the way that you people are going to go. And then things are going to drastically change, man. And people saying peace and safety is really getting ready to begin on the 20th. There's going to be a whole bunch of people that are going to be saying peace and safety. Oh, he's finally back again. We had to wait 4 years with that stupid blithering idiot. But look now, yeah, it's our time. Watch from the 20th on, man. You're gonna start seeing these Edomites walking around with a reignited Trump juice effect again, man. Like there was last time. They're gonna start walking around proud, especially in America. They're gonna start walking around proud. And some of you Jakes that voted for this guy, you're gonna start realizing that them Edomites that voted for him as well, they don't view your vote for him the same as their vote. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, you voted for him, but I voted for him, and you know what I mean? I'm the person that he really was thinking about when he was doing all this stuff, man. And really, he wasn't thinking about none of y'all. He's only thinking about the elite level. They don't care about you people, you stupid idiots. And even if the other woman would have won, she don't care about you neither. Didn't you see that all of them was all grouped together at that funeral? All of them. Didn't you see that, you stupid idiots? 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. But just because it comes as a thief in the night, that don't mean that it's coming to a thief in the night to us. Because we're looking and paying attention to certain things that we're expecting to see, man. Or how close is it to the Charagma being made mandatory? So we're going to know, okay, when the Charagma gets made mandatory, that's very much closer to the Messiah coming back. And we're going to know that when ICBMs get shut off, okay, the Messiah is going to be coming within the next hour. You understand? when it's made clear that World War III is now officially happening, not unofficially like what it is now, officially, we're gonna know, okay, soon come, man. Soon he'll be here. Because that's the catalyst that brings him to the earth. World War III. The ICBMs getting shot off is the main catalyst. And if he doesn't come back when them ICBMs get shot off, well, we wouldn't want to be alive anyway. You know what I mean? So he's either coming back at that time or he's not. But either way it goes, our life's gonna change majorly once them ICBMs get shot off, man. It's gonna either change majorly for the worse or for the better, but it's gonna change. Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come off upon them. And the reason why the people are going to say peace and safety is because they haven't got true long-term thinking, man. Most of the people in this world, when the lockdown came, the only grievance that they had was that they wasn't able to carry on doing the foolishness that they did. Like, you saw how, if there would have been a real thing that was going on in that time, you know how many people would have perished, man? Because these people were demons in that time, man. These people were absolute demons. People were running and diving, making snow angels in fruit. All kind of madness. People running around licking the fruit. People went over here, when I was walking past some certain people, they was trying to cough. You know what I mean? Trying to cough to see if I'd be scared and dive into the middle of the damn road and all kind of stuff. It didn't happen too many occasions, but a few people had tried stuff like that, man. As if I would have just decided to be like, you know what, man? Today's the day that I show one of you demons that I'm not playing games today, man. And twisted off their jaw with a right hook. You know what I mean? But we're trying to be civilized individuals around here, man. And will only be self-defense. But you people have been demons on this earth, man. You're a bunch of demons, you people. And the lockdown showed how you people really are. It showed that women, as much as they want to talk about they're so nice and they're so caring, you're a bunch of selfish pricks. It was mainly women that I saw diving around, buying hand sanitizer, diving around, trying to bulk buy tissues. Yeah. Like, they even got long-term, even that wasn't good long-term thinking. Because if you've spent most of your time arguing with another fat idiot, another fat woman over tissue, right? And let's say that really was the time right there and then. Surely your time would have been spent better filling up your trolley with food, right? Because you need food. You do not need toilet roll. I don't care how much you think things are going to stink and all of this. You do not need toilet roll. You do not need that. Surely it would have made more sense to bulk buy tissue. But women was running around toilet roll. You know what I mean? They don't have proper long-term thinking. They don't have proper long-term thinking when in regards to their children. They don't have proper long-term thinking in regards to their relationship. They don't have proper long-term thinking when it comes to their sky-high body counts that they have. Like these two hoes, man, recently, these Edomite women even, that one of them slept with 101 men in like a day, right? And one of them has slept with 1,057 men in 12 hours. Do you think they thought about the long-term effects of them doing that? About how when they're older and they wouldn't want to do that kind of thing no more, that no man's going to want to deal with them in a serious way, and that they're going to have demons on them, and that the way how they view men now is that, oh, I can easily find a man, like, men are nothing, so they ain't going to have no longevity when it comes to relationships. And that's why when men see women that have got a high body count, that's one of the things that they consider. But you women don't know about this because you're stupid. You don't know that men are going to look at a woman with a high body count as, oh, that's a woman that can't stick with one man for a long term. So why would I want to be with her? When as soon as she gets angry or annoyed or ain't feeling it for whatever stupid, simple-minded reason she might have it in her mind, she's going to bounce from one man to another. And she's already shown, especially these two hoes that I'm talking about, they've already shown that they're prepared to deal with 100 men in a day. And one of them did 1,000 in 12 hours. You understand how off that is? And if given enough time, Eve would end up being like, since she's getting praise, if she got praise for that, they'd be like, I'm gonna do it too. And the mad thing about this world is that people trying to actually try and make them women seem like they're the victims, man. As if they ain't getting paid for that shit. As if they're not the ones that went out of their way to set that up. No one forced them to. They set that up their own self, man. But this world always makes excuses for women. So then, even in that, the women don't have long-term thinking, what about if the world went to where we don't get excuses made for us all the time and we have to deal with what we've did? Verse 3, for when there's a say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. You people are not going to escape out of the judgment that's been destined for you, man. You've had it coming for you a long time, man. A lot of people have had no long-term thinking whatsoever. They've talked all kind of stuff. Like when it comes to, let me get this scripture, man. When it comes to Esau and the Atlantic slave trade, he never had long-term thinking. As soon as it comes to our captivity, all of a sudden, everyone's been through it. As if everyone's been through what we went through. Yeah, everyone got book broken, didn't they? Yeah, everyone. Everyone was Mandingo warriors fighting and killing their own people, and yeah, okay. Yeah, right, man. Yeah, of course. Everyone was cannibalized and had their hair dragged off their head and was having their teeth smashed down their throat and force-fed to keep them alive. Yeah, everyone was made to pick cotton and then having their whole nationality beat out of them that they don't know who they are. Yeah, everyone had that happen to them, didn't it? Yeah, okay. Everyone else on the earth had every single other nation on the earth pretty much team up against them to destroy their nationality and make the name of Israel be no more remembrance. Yeah, everyone had that happen to them, didn't they? No, they fucking didn't, man. And we ain't gonna let you people gaslight us and try and make us think that the reality that we're seeing ain't true. And have the nerve to tell us that, oh, we wasn't ever a slave, mate. You can't tell us if we find out that our grandfather is a slave, was a slave, you can't tell us that we can't be mad about our grandfather being a slave. Who the hell do you people think you are? You can't tell us that. These are our people. Those are our ancestors. We're connected to them people. If them people didn't exist, we wouldn't exist. You can't ever dare tell us that. But because you Edomites were pride-filled and had no long-term thinking, you didn't remember the latter end of it, man. Which now leads me to this. This is Isaiah chapter 47. Let me go straight to the point. Where is that, man? Verse 7. Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 7. And thou sayest, I shall be a late. In fact, let me jump up to verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Right? You people have really actually thought in your mind that you could just get away with this, and Yahweh gave you into our hand, man. Gave us into your hand. It's not your own skill that made this happen. If Yahweh would have made, like, man, sometimes I even get, maybe I should, I don't know, man. Sometimes I get annoyed even when I think how much you Edomites actually really think that this kingdom that you have is based on your skill. Because if Yahweh put things on an even playing field, right, you Edomites would not be able to compete with the children of Israel in anything. There wouldn't be one thing that you could compete with us with. There wouldn't be. Yahweh literally turned down our strength from the heavenly realm in order to allow you Edomites to be able to win. And you still losers. You still want to try and copy us, man. We can still get your women. Even in this low state, man. We still can get, like, Esau still has to, as much as even though they hate us, they still have to use us in their companies. They still have to hire us because they know that we're a better worker. They still have to hire us to try and steal our ideas. They still have to. Because they know that without Israelites, their kingdom wouldn't be what it is. But at the same time as them knowing that, they have to try and make the Israelite think, nah, go back to Africa. Nah, I don't need you, but they do. But they have to try and pretend like, nah, we don't. Because if they admit that they do, then the Israelites would ask for more and more and more. And then the Israelites would be like, well, you know what? Actually, we've come to realize we don't need you. And that's what we as the hopeful elect are realizing. But the other Israelites, they ain't realizing that, man. So they respect Esau still. They believe he's, like, if we explain something to a Jake, yeah, they'll be like, okay, I need to do some research. But what they really mean is, I need to hear a so-called white man say it so I can believe that it's the truth. That's what they really believe. That's what they really mean. Verse 7, and thou sayest thou shalt be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. And that's been a lot of people's problem in this world, man. They never remember the latter end. They never remember that anytime, man, anytime when someone puts their dirty, stinking hands on the children of Israel, man, they always end up getting jacked up at the end of it, man. Always. Not some of the time. All the time. Yeah, every single time, man. Every single time one of you people put your hands on the children of Israel, the end result is that you end up getting jacked up. Right now, Salaki, man, let me see if I can, where is, okay, here we go. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 20, no, not Isaiah, Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 26. I said I would scatter them into the corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men, this is talking about Israel. Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and Yahweh have not done this. And that's what they're saying. They don't understand that Yahweh did this, and whenever we mention the curses, now all of a sudden everyone's cursed. How the hell on earth can everyone be going through the curses at the same time? How can that be? When there's clearly people on this earth right now that are trillionaires, you know. Like, sometimes I wonder if people actually know what a trillionaire is. 1,000 billion, you know. There's people out here with 1,000 billion. A billion's a lot. A billion's 1,000 million. You know what I mean? And 500 million ain't too shabby neither. I don't think most people, if it genuinely got put into their bank account, would be like, nah, no thanks, I don't want this. They'd share it out with brothers or whatever they'd do. But they'd use it though. You know what I mean? They wouldn't be able to, oh, I can't find a use for this, I'm nice. No, they'd find a use for it. Even if it would have been something as simple as they would have spent some of it to buy a new Bible or something, or like a high level or ancient Bible. You know what I mean? That's got certain other things that we might not have seen before or something. But they would be used. Not that I'm trying to promote money, but I'm just making the point, man. There's people like these, among these Edomites, they've got all these things, but they're still going to get destroyed, man. And they thought that the power that they've got right now is because of themselves. You know what I mean? And that's why when they're in front of Israelites, they say all of these stupid things. They're asking for proof of DNA and all of this stuff, yeah? When they themselves have never even did a DNA test. These people ask stuff of us that they ain't even did themselves. They want to ask us to do a DNA test. Have you done one? Have you did a DNA test? You know what I mean? Verse 28, for they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider the latter end. Right? And that's, we as Israelites, we needed to consider our latter end. But all you other nations, you know, you needed to consider your latter end, man, as well. Because the latter end is that you're going to end up in captivity under the same people that you thought you was going to rule over with a rod of iron. But you're going to end up underneath them. All you women out there, you're got that have scoffed, and you've had once upon a time one of the elders, apostles, or brothers as your actual husband. I mean, yeah, as your husband, right? And you scoffed, was giving him a hard time, being a demon, right? You never considered that man's letter end. You thought, oh, I can find a man easy, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then some of you did. But what's going to be the latter end of it, all of that, though? And some of you women are going to have the nerve, after you try to do these men over, to try and contact them back again and try and, oh, how are you doing? Hey, handsome. Oh, you still, it's very, I'm very proud of you for still keeping that Bible thing. You was doing that all that time back. You must be happy that all the things that you said was going to happen back then are happening now, huh? And that's going to be your woman's weasel, proudful way of trying to leave the gate open to see if you can try and get back with one of these men. Leave him alone, man. You're defiled now. Don't try and come back, man. Leave him alone, man. You dirty rich. Yeah? All you family members out there and all that you didn't want to believe that your people were telling the truth about the scriptures and that, and you thought that they were crazy. You thought that they were needed to be sectioned or whatever madness some of you people have did to your own family members, you know. Your own so-called flesh and blood, that you've lied about them. Some of you have said they've lost their spirit and all that. You've just been demons to them, scoffing them, trying to tell them that they need to get a shave and get a job. You know what I mean? As if they ain't got one already. Been trying to tell them to just dive back into the world and do this and do that. But what are you going to say when all the things that they were saying were going to happen? What are you going to say then? When all the worldly adventures that you was telling them to try and go and achieve, all them career paths that you was telling them to go down are destroyed now. And your own career path and avenue that you tried to go is destroyed. What are you people going to say to your family members that you told that stuff then? What are you going to say to them? Micah chapter 7 and verse 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? All these women that didn't have long-term thinking when it came to the scriptures, with men that they've dealt with before. You know what I mean? Men that they've been with, men that they've known. You know what I mean? And it was like, when it, and all the women that made that, why I'm no longer an Israelite videos and all that. Why I'm no longer an Israelite. Because them men be wanting multiple wives. Well, the men that are going to be getting beamed up, what do you think they're going to want? Multiple pet dogs. They're going to want multiple wives too. So there ain't no avenue that any of you women hoping to get salvation are going to be able to go through where you're going to find the one Israelite Jake that's a sucker, that he's going to allow some woman that's relying on him for salvation to tell him how many wives he can have. That day's almost over where women are going to be telling men anything. That time's almost done. In fact, it begins when the day of the Lord gets activated, man. Women ain't going to be telling men nothing in that time. Apart from, well, eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take our reproach. And if they ain't saying that, men ain't going to care. The men of the elect ain't going to have no need to want to hear them talk, man. Because all the other options of men that they're going to have out there are going to be on something completely different to what the men of the elect are going to be on. If they think that the men of the elect are going to be harsh towards women's point of view and emotions, just wait till they see what the other men are going to be doing. They really ain't going to care about anything that you women have got to say, man. It's going to be the survival of the most spiritual, which is the elect first. And then it's going to be, when it's not in that realm of survival of who's got the spirit, it's going to be survival of the fittest. Outside of the realm of people that believe in the Lord. Outside of that realm, everything else is going to be based on survival of the fittest, survival of who's the strongest, survival of who can win easy, best carnally. Right? But when them people stumble upon people that believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai in truth and sincerity, that stuff that you was used to trying with them other people ain't going to work in this realm. That's going to be covered by something completely different, man. The Spirit of the Lord's going to be working in them interactions. Verse 7, verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets, because they didn't have long-term thinking, man. They thought, oh, nah, this Bible thing, this is taking too long. I thought he was going to be this career. I thought he was going to be that career, and he's not. He's dead. Like, he's dead now. He's living a dead life. He's just on that Bible thing all the time. I'm trying to get a next man. I'm gonna open up my account and deal with this next guy that I was talking to. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna get into an argument with him so that I can break the relationship when I've already know that I plan to leave anyway. You really think you're slick? Multiple. You know how many women do that kind of stuff in this world, man? You know what I mean? Just bounce from one guy to another. no long-term thinking of how their sky-high body count is going to make them always do that now. Now they're always going to do that because now they've made that's no longer a taboo to them to just bounce from one guy to the other. It's no longer a taboo to them to sleep with 2 men in 24 hours. And then it no longer becomes a taboo for them to sleep with 5 men in 1 week. Then it no longer becomes a taboo for them to sleep with one man and have not washed and sleep with another one. You know what I mean? Then it becomes no longer taboo to sleep with a man for $1,000. Then it no longer becomes a taboo to just be a complete harlot running through the streets to the extreme, man. Because they've did it all already anyway, so then nothing's a taboo no more. But then they end up getting tired of living that kind of way, not because they don't like living that way, because they do. They're hoes. They like living that way. It's because they physically become older. So it's harder. And now some of the men that they start trying to compete for to try and steal their money and all that man's got a young woman that he's giving his money to. He ended up having a young woman that he's giving his money to. Or when they go to the nightclub, they're starting to realize that they're the old hoe that they used to laugh at being too old to be in the club. So then they become embarrassed because women are always embarrassed when it's a woman shaming them because they care about what other women think more than they care about what men think, right? So when a woman's telling another woman out, oh, they'll be ashamed about another woman saying that they're too old to be in the club, but they're not ashamed by men telling them you stop being hoes until the men that they want to pay all their rent and all pay everything in their life that have actually been grinding and trying to get a good career all the time that they was fighting it up in the nightclubs in their 20s and in their whole 20s and late teens, right? Now that guy's supposed to come by and just pay for everything in their life so that they can retire. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's really gonna happen, isn't it? Not anymore. There was a time when women was getting away with that, but now even that's been taken away from them because Yahweh's exposed you women with all this social media. All you women thinking that you've got all these followers. No, that was Yahweh allowing you to expose yourself, man. Discovering your secret parts. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9, rise up, you women are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the present fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars. Yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city. Meaning that among Israel in general, it's going to be through soon, man. Jacob's trouble is coming. If you're thinking that America's getting ready to be great again to benefit you, mate, mate, I don't know what you're thinking. America wasn't made to make you great. It was made to kick Jake in the ass with a spiked shoe. And I remember one funny moment, man, when Apostle Tahar was going through the curses and Apostle Gabar was there. I remember this video, man. I hope to see that again, man. I hope the Spirit guides me to watch that video again, man, sometime. But I can't remember where the video is. But it's Apostle Tahar going through the curses and he reads someone reads the one where it goes, you're going to be cursed when you go in and you're going to be cursed when you go out. And he goes, he says, you're going to be cursed when you go in and you're going to get a foot in the ass on the way out. and that's the life. That's the life of Jake down there, man. You curse when you go in, yeah, and you get a foot in the ass on the way out. And after he said that, foot in the ass on the way out, I remember Apostle Gabar burst out laughing, man, because he thought that was funny, because he knows the things that he's seen happen, and it is funny, because that's this life, man. Curse when you go in, and then you get a foot in the ass on the a foot in the ass on the way out, man. And all you Jakes that didn't want to believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're really gonna be getting a foot in the ass on the way out, man. You're gonna you're gonna all end up knowing all the things that the elect are gonna know, but you're gonna know it after death by pain. Remember that Clubber Lang scene in Rocky? What's your prediction for the fight? And he said, prediction? Pain. Yeah, that's the prediction of how you people are gonna leave the earth. How you Jakes that don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai are gonna leave the earth? Pain. What way are they gonna perish? Pain. That's the way. They're gonna die because of pain, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's a crazy way to explain how someone's gonna leave the earth, you know. Death by pain. So it's not gonna be like, oh, it's a slow thing. Nah, it's gonna that sounds like a long one, mate. That sounds horrible. But yeah, you've got Jake teaming up with Edomites on podcasts to scoff their own heritage, saying, I don't even care if we're the Israelites or not, right? Then at the same time, these men are trying to agree with another guy talking about DNA. Oh, so it's a DNA biological thing. Yeah, and it always has been. You know, the same reason why you're asking man to do a DNA test. Oh, but how do you know your biology? Well, it's not by anything asking you devils. It's about the spirit, which is something that you Edomites don't know nothing about. And you want to try and trap us into your whack level of deciding race based on skin color. But then when them men even said that the biology or that being an Israelite is not based on skin color, you clown said, yes, it is based on skin color. No, it's fucking not. Because most of the people on the earth have got brown skin and they're not all the same nation. I'm not the same nationality as somebody that's Somalian, but we've both got brown skin. I'm not the same nationality as these dark skinned Indian men that you see running around, but their skin's actually darker than mine. And we've both got dark skin anyway, brown. Most people on the earth have got brown skin. You know what I mean? But you Edomites want to try and think you can make the world go where you want it to go, man. That's almost over. And you Edomites didn't have the proper long-term thinking to think about, man. You know, all these UFOs that we see and all these chariots that we see that we know it's not Russia's, it's not China's, it's not anyone so-called humans things that we're seeing. It's something else. Your lack of long-term thinking made you actually believe that, and your wickedness, that's not Yahweh Shai. Nah, that's not God. That's aliens or whatever stupid things you wanted to think. And then your pride and your wickedness made you actually think you can defeat whatever it is, knowing damn well you can't. Knowing damn well that you've set people up to watch the Hebrew Israelites videos, yeah, got certain Kango wearers in it, and that they've fed back to you the doctrine, and you've even watched the videos yourself, and you've heard what they've told you is going to happen to you, and you was like, nah, I'm a beta. Oh, so thanks for giving me a heads up. Now I'm going to try and work my infrastructure to stop that happening. Now we're going to have to karogma everyone so that we know everyone's up. Mate, that was part of the plan, dummy. That's what Yahweh wanted you to do, stupid idiot, Edomite demon. There ain't no avenue you people are going to be able to go to where you're going to be able to stop what Yahweh wants to happen to you, man. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith Yahweh God concerning Edom. Thus saith Yahweh power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against them in battle. That's the thought process. Let us rise up against Esau in battle, right? The Edomites, all your friends and all the people that would make all the other heathen nations outside of you being a heathen, which among Esau, every nation that's not Esau, he would think is the heathen, right? That's how it would go among among the different nations, right? Among Moab, they'd think that everyone that's not a Moabite is a heathen. And among us as Israelites, we think that everyone that's not Israelites is a heathen, right? And an ambassador said among the heathen, arise ye and let us rise up against you in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. No one ain't really feeling Esau too much no more. Not really. You know what I mean? This Trump attack that's getting ready to take place, this whole Trump juice reignited and that, where he's the man and he's back to he's going to show them who's boss. He's going to stop war, right, with a swipe of his pen. He's going to sanction this. He's going to sanction that. He's going to stop this. He's going to stop that. Yeah, we're going to see, man. We're going to see. He's their last hope. He's these Edomites' last hope, man. You know what I mean? He's who they think, oh, he's going to get us our respect back. Nah, you've been made small among the heathen and you're greatly despised, man. No one ain't feeling you no more. They ain't thinking you're the top hunk of the world no more, really, man. They're dealing with you now only for solely to get money purposes. It's not because they really genuinely believe in you anymore. It's about money. And that's why China's hoping to get a footing into America with their whole cars and all of that stuff. Because they want that money. They want the clientele base of the American proud demon that's got way more money than sense, so that they can increase their finances, and in increasing their finances, further increase their country's infrastructure. It's not because they want the American dream necessarily no more. They want to be able to have their country dream, man. But they need America customers in order to help that happen. Because America is the main place where people buy and sell. Verse 3, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, right? And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not steal till they had enough? If grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? How is it that people know what you're up to nowadays days? How is it that no one believes what you say? How is it that when you ask people, say things to people now, they say how, when, why? They're asking questions. They ain't just believing when you say no more. The LA fires happen. People are like, man, that was suspicious. Man, that was suspicious. People are just always, as soon as something happens now, they're baiting you out, man. People are snitching. Even the people that you deal with on your thing, they're snitching now. They're baiting out what you're saying. They're like, nah, this was suspicious. This is what really went on. They ain't just letting it slide no more, man. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. All the people that you was doing business with, they're not really rocking with you. I said it. They really was dealing with you only now for money. That's the real reason why everyone deals with America now. And with Esau in general, it's for money. It's not because they really want to be like how your people are no more. They're really trying to deal and really bring back their own cultures. But they need the money to do that, because through dealing with America for all these previous years, they've destroyed their country so much. So now they need to have back that money that they lost. And that's why you'll see that there's an alternative to NATO. They've got BRICS now. That's got less and less so-called Europeans in that, and more people from other places, right? In fact, NATO, if I'm not mistaken, is mainly only European countries or European people, so-called European peoples, which is really all Edomites, right? Whereas BRICS has got certain Asian continent countries in there, right? India, China, you know what I mean? Russia, which is Europe, but they're Edomites anyway, but they are a different type of Edomite, man. They're a bit different, man. I don't know what's up with them. You know what I mean? Verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. Exactly all them people that was happy to be getting all the funding from America, where America's giving them weapons and all that. They were eating their bread. You know what I mean? They was using the things that America was making, that Esau was making. You know what I mean? Using Esau's adventure like that. And that's why it's funny that people want to say, oh, we hate Esau, but we're using his inventions. Yeah, we are going to use his inventions. We're going to use this phone he invented to bun him out with it. You know what I mean? We're going to use the internet that he supposedly so-called invented, and we're going to bun him out with it, man. You know what I mean? We're going to curse him out even after he's gave us a job that we can pay our life with. We're still going to come home afterwards and curse him out about it. You know what I mean? We ain't going to be like, oh, since he gave us a job now, I can't say anything. Nah. You're still going to get cursed out. If there's any way, Esau owns Tesco's. So now we can't curse him out, because without him, we wouldn't have been able to go and get that food. No, we can still curse him out, and we are going to. Just because we have to go to our enemy for the want of all things, that don't mean that we ain't gonna curse them out still. We're still gonna. Fuck them. You know what I mean? They wear LeBron James basketball jerseys, Theo Walcott ones and all that, and still hate our guts. They'll pay to watch Anthony Joshua fight and be singing his praise down to the ring and all that, and still hate our guts. We can do likewise. You know what I mean? They that eat their bread have laid a wound under it. There is none understanding in him. Shall not I in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom? All the men that think that they know, oh, so the trajectory is this. Oh, if we do this secret left-hand energy, this is what's going to happen. And we can do our events on this day of the month and that day of the month. Mate, that's not going to work soon, man. Shut your mouths, man. All you witchcraft ass niggas out there, you demon Edomites. The time's coming that stuff's not going to work no more. Where you get summoned in a long robe. Chief Duke, wickedness of Esau, we need you to do a spell for us. And then you do whatever your heebie-jeebie, oogity-boogity madness that you demons do behind the scenes. Yeah. And then it seems like it's working because Yahweh's like sending a left-hand spirit to like, okay, this stupid idiot that's doing all this madness. And really, all these things that he's doing where he's doing all this madness, like this complete, dirty, stinking, filthy works. None of that stuff really works. It doesn't really work. But I'm going to trick him into making him think it works though. So you evil demon that I've made, you go and after he's did all this sickening works that you've seen him do, things that I've made you, this evil spirit that I've made, like people that do such things, after he's made it work, I want you to go and meet him and talk to him and tell him this. Tell him that this is the way that he can defeat me. But Lord, nobody can defeat you. Yeah, I know that. But you're a left-hand spirit that I made, and I made you to lie. So I want you to go to this Edomite, and after he's did all these filthy works, yeah, with different fluids and all this wickedness that he's did, and these different vile, dark acts in the darkness of night, after he's did all of these things in the hopes that he's going to get power from him, I want you, evil spirit that I've made, to go and tell him now, yeah, I saw the works you did, and this is how you're going to now win. If you do this on this day of the week, you're going to win. And when it's going to come to the time when now it don't work no more, them spirits are going to eventually be like, just leave. They're going to leave you. They're going to just dip. They're going to go out to get a glass of milk. You know what I mean? A bottle of milk, and they're never going to come back, man. They're just going to leave you out to dry. You know what I mean? They're just going to fade off into the night. They're going to fade off into the night, man. And they might lie to you and say, it's because you didn't do the spells that we told you to do properly. And then you're going to be like, okay, I'll try again. Please don't abandon me. And they're going to be like, yeah, nah, I'm abandoning you. I told you that when I first came to you with that deal. I told you you have to do it on point every single day at this time, this star, this, and that. You know what I mean? But the day is going to come where them left-hand spirits run out and all the wisdom that you thought you had is gone. Because it wasn't really wisdom, you stupid idiots. All the gods that you Edomites try and believe and worship, don't you know that every single nation that ended up getting destroyed because they harmed the Israelites, they also believed in those things. But you're thinking now, oh, but they believed in only that one though. I believe in all the Babylonian ones and the Assyrian ones and the Egyptian ones. So I'm definitely going to be able to have really harness the power that they wasn't able to harness, because I've got understanding of all the different gods. No, you don't, man. All them different gods are really deceivers. It's none of it really exists. You know what I mean? All of them gods that you people think you believe in, none of them don't really exist. That's just the way that Yahweh's shown himself to you people. And I heard one of the apostles say this, man, and it was really, man, it was really heavy, man. Like, it's just ultimately Yahweh. It's all Yahweh, really. So when you understand that, then you understand that all these different ways that people think that they know these left-hand gods, that's just the way that Yahweh's showing them a different side of himself, but not showing them heathens the real version of him, which is the right-hand side where you're supposed to believe in Yahweh Shai. He's gave that unto the elect. But everything else is just different left-hand ways that he's decided to show these different nations a part of himself on the left-hand side, which is not really his main self, man. The main version of Yahweh is the right hand, where he gave Yahweh Shai and gave the elect to the nation of Israel and the Israelites in general the way how to have an everlasting kingdom, which is through the law, statutes, commandments, man. Verse 9, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed. So not only are the wise men, or the witchcraft mans, or the man's talking about IQ, or these mans talking about psychology, or these mans talking about stats, statistically speaking, blah, 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 blah. Statistically, all these men talking DNA and all that, mate. Nah. He's going to take away all of that, but he's also going to take away the mighty men, which the mighty men is the reason why people even listen to Esau, because of fear. Because he beat them up. He beat them up and went upside the head one time or another, man. And so now they're shook. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. They ain't going to want to protect. The mighty men of Esau ain't going to be standing up to protect. And therefore, everyone's going to be through. And the mighty men that did try and protect are going to get destroyed. Yahweh Shai is going to see to that. Verse 10, for violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever for all the things that you did to us. So let's see then, if you're going to say everyone's went through things at one point in time or another. Everyone's been slaves. Everyone, all people on earth. Let's see if you're going to be able to say that, because I know that this scripture says, for violence against thy brother Jacob. So what you Edomites specifically did to the Israelites is going to be brought into question. Never mind what no one else did. No, what did you do to Jacob? Oh, but the Arab slave trade. Oh, but I sold some of them to Moabites when we did the Atlantic slave trade. It's just not that really big of a known history. And I sold some to Elam as well. Okay, what did you do though? You know what I mean? What did you do, man? What was your part in it? In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. So what did you do? You know what I mean? You were there, man. Forget about whether everyone else was there. You were there. And that's what Yahweh's going to have agreements with. You Edomites were there, man. This is the problem he's got with you. Don't worry, all the other nations, they're going to get it too. It's mentioned in this chapter. But you're going to get it too. Verse 15, for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. So don't worry. Don't try and throw the heathen under the bus. They're going to get it as well. But so are you, though. Right? As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. But when Esau was living it up, thinking that he was just going to do us over all the time, he never had that long-term thinking that I was talking about earlier. They never thought that this was going to go to where, oh shit, we've did this to these people and we're going to have to pay. They never thought they was going to have to pay. And for all you Edomites that think you got high IQ, if your high IQ and all the things that you did lead to this taking place I'm about to read right now, how smart was you really? Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it. If how smart you think you are leads to your whole nation getting destroyed, how smart was you really? When everything ended up leading to you getting destroyed off the face of the earth? If all the presidents that you voted for, all the racist jokes that you gave to the children of Israel, all the laughing, all the you refusing to pick your own cotton, all the gaslighting Israelites and trying to make them feel like they don't deserve no repairing for all the harsh things that was done to their people. But then at the same time, you understand that you should try and fund people that are going through wars and help them with this and help them with that. But you don't think you have to didn't have to rectify the wrongs that you did to us, right? Well, all of that's going to lead to you taking a long boat ride, man, back to where we're now going to build up our land. And while you're on, man, I wish I could become a fly on the wall in that day when you Edomites are on the bottom of that cargo ship, man, and just hear the things that you're all going to be saying to toward each other. Maybe we will be able to tap into the minds and see what's going on and what's being said under there, man. Because I'm really gonna want to know how you Edomites are gonna justify why you're going through this stuff. How are you gonna justify in your mind why this is happening to you? Are you gonna say it's because this is the third tribulation? Like, what are y'all gonna say? Oh, this is that hidden scripture in the book of, you know what I mean? What are you gonna say? Oh, this is just a bit before the rapture. I'm saved. Like, how are you gonna justify why all the things that's happening to you in that day are happening? All you scoffers that didn't believe in the Bible really, but you said you did among Eve. So what are you gonna say in that time, man? In fact, what are you people gonna say when the Karama gets made mandatory? We don't even need to go that far ahead in the future. What are you people gonna say when it's mandatory to take a technological device in your body in order to make payments? What are you gonna say then? When you can't just get a caramel latte unless you got a caramel karagma? You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be able to have a caramel latte without a karagma, mate. That's what's coming. You ain't gonna be able to just go into Tesco's and do your weekly shop or Sainsbury's and pull out your Nectar card either via or your Tesco's club card, which I ain't mocking those things. They save money. You know what I mean? I'm saying you people have got it so cushy out here, or you ain't gonna be able to even go and buy online shopping. Nah, they're gonna want your reference number on your Karagma. Like, what's your Karagma reference number? And you're gonna try and touch them again, and you're gonna see that red text that ends up under the box when you put the wrong information in there. Sorry, this number is not activated. This number is not a legit number. Some of you people are gonna try and put your NHS number in there. You know what I mean? Some of you people are gonna try and put your your national insurance card number in there. Nah, that's not the same number, mate. You're gonna need that Karagma number, and if you're not prepared to give that Karagma number, you ain't gonna be eating, mate. But the elect are gonna be eating though. But you people are not gonna be. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh have spoken it. Not because of us personally wanting it, which we do want it. We don't think that it's a good thing for an Edomite to be on the earth. It's not. They're ridiculous. They're demons. They speak loftily concerning oppression when it's not their people being oppressed anyway. But then as soon as they're quick to talk about some two-tier policing. If I was to do that, I wouldn't get arrested. If I were to do that, I'd get arrested straight away. But if they do it, then they don't get arrested. Yeah, right, man. When the hell have you ever seen one of us commit a crime and we don't get arrested? Don't you Edomites say that we're the main ones in the prison? So obviously we're getting arrested, ain't we? We're the lowest population and we're the most in the prison. Obviously we're getting arrested. And obviously the numbers are skewed because the people that's the biggest population should be the ones that's in the prison the most, because obviously they would be committing the most crimes. But it just seems like there's a bigger eye watching certain people committing crimes than others. Obviously. And then whenever one of their own Edomite people commits a crime, they ain't got nothing to say. It's cricket mode all of a sudden. You can hear a pen drop, mate. Hear a pin drop. You know what I mean? They ain't got nothing to say. Oh, things must really be had at par if a middle-class white woman stealing a bottle of Shiraz from a local corner store. But then when a Indian or some Jake or something like that steals a Greg's tuna baguette, and you see it on one of these channels, oh, I see 3%ers, 13% people doing what 13% people, you know what I mean? But what about what your people have did over all of these years? If stealing a baguette's wrong, yeah, then taking over somebody's whole country to steal and extract the lithium resources in the land, surely that's even worse, right? Surely that's even worse, right? If stealing a baguette's bad, then stealing someone's whole country is worse, right? And stealing all the gold from there, that's even worse then. Surely it's got to be worse. Oh, but all people through all different lifetimes have did this and did that. Okay, all people from all different lifetimes and all people from all different races steal food sometimes, man. You know what I mean? Over the years, all people of all different races have stolen food. But you don't want to apply that to that though, do you? all you people that have not had proper long-term thinking, man, you're going to get the revelation, man. You know what I mean? You're going to get the revelation of the Messiah coming back to the earth and showing you people that you didn't have a clue. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. Everyone's going to be bawling and crying and shedding tears, man. But the main people that are going to be doing that are the Israelites. Yahweh Shai is revealing is going to be a bigger shock to the Israelites than anyone else, man. And if you don't believe that, well, we're going to see. Right? We're going to see, man. It's going to be a bigger shock to the system when the children of Israel are going to know who Yahweh Shai is straight away, more so than everyone else. You know what I mean? The nation of Israel has actually been given blinders, right? And it says in the scriptures, blind them that lest to see, and then it goes and says, how long? And it goes on to say, until the day of the Lord comes. Keep them blind until then. And there's not going to be no need for the Israelites to be blind once Yahweh Shai is fully returned. And then what are those Israelites that scoffed going to be saying? What they're going to know who that is, that they're going to see it. And so are the elect going to know. All Israel is going to know who that is, man. And it's going to be a bigger shock to the system for the Israelites. They're going to feel it more, man. Because they're the most spiritual people on the earth. They're going to feel it more. And remember, Paul's prayer for Israel was that they have a zeal of God for not according to knowledge. They're going to know that that's something heavenly. Straight away. When they see Yahweh Shai, man, they're going to know, yeah, that's our Messiah, man. Damn, man. And I didn't believe. That's what they're going to think. That's our Messiah. And I didn't believe. I was scoffing. And I'm going to end the lesson there because I've kind of ran this one longer than I wanted to, man. And I don't want to be ranting too much. So, Salakia. Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. Shalom.